What happens when you put people in a job that knows nothing about the job? Or you fire people from a job that are experts in what they've been doing for years with no one dying? Thanks to Trump, you get plane crashes that kill many people.
House is in panic mode as Donald Trump tries to desperately cover up his fingerprints from the gutting of the FAA and other government agencies right before the horrific plane crash that took place over Washington, D.C. The first crash like that since 2009. This crash where an airplane was struck by a military Black Hawk helicopter right above the D.C. airport, claimed more than 60 lives. It was such a horrific event. And right before it, Donald Trump gutted the FAA. Donald Trump and Elon Musk got rid of the head of the FAA, forced him to resign. They got rid of key safety committees. They had a hiring freeze at the FAA. They tried to push out all these FAA workers with a kind of fake buyout package for which there really aren't even congressional appropriations, telling people to leave by early February. And what we're also learning is that 24 hours before the horrific plane crash above Washington, D.C. airport, there was a near miss that took place right before that, the day before. We were also learning from the report by the New York Times and others that the staffing issues that were caused by the chaos of the Trump administration specifically hit the control tower at issue in this specific crash. Despicable indeed. So as Donald Trump was in panic mode, here is what he did. He hatched the plan to blame what took place on President Biden, former President Biden, and DEI.
Trump is blaming DEI for the crash? Well, let's look at the picks he has chosen to put in very important place in government. Trump administration ends government diversity programs and takes aim at DEI nationwide. Yes, but replaces the old with the new DEI who have no knowledge, no experience at all in the jobs he put them in. That is DEI people. One of the biggest jokes and slap in the face to our country he put in is a racist by the name of Stephen Miller. Miller is credited with shaping the racist and draconian immigration policies of Trump. But that is not really a surprise because Trump is also a racist. After Miller married Katie Miller in 2020, Stephen discovered his new wife was dating a black man at the same time he was dating her. After going to Trump about it, Trump offered Miller the job he holds now in immigration. Because of Trump's DEI picks for the military and stripping air control, we have lives that were taken. I am sure that it does not end with just these lives. Before Trump came on the scene, things were much safer. There were not train derailments in small towns. There were not as many shootings in schools and other places in our country. It's like we hired Dr. Death. All the lives lost under COVID, there is so much more that he did that tore families apart. But because of the uneducated basement dwellers, more lives are at risk.